The storm hit July 11th.
We had a big storm that blew through Indianapolis. It popped up rather quickly, strong winds, heavy rain, and usually no news is good news from West Indy Racquet Club when there's a big storm and I'm at home. That was what happened, and I thought everything was great. And then about an hour after the storm, I received a call from our security system that their routine test had failed, which meant we had no power. And our air structure is held up by power. Not to worry, we have backup systems in place that run on gas, and so my husband and I drove over just to make sure everything was in working order, and we pulled up and smelled gas immediately. We had a huge gas leak, and so the bubble was collapsing. It took about an hour, but within that hour it was on the ground. We had to call emergency services out. We had 9 fire trucks and ambulance and police and everybody here, and it was a big ordeal.
When I came in here, we noticed a tremendous amount of water, a lot of avenues for the water to come in the building. When it was deflated for such a long time, the weight and the pressure really ruptured a bunch of seams.
The water just sat on top of that collapsed structure, which ruined our courts. All of the wood decking was wet, all of the carpeting was wet, and somebody recommended Michaelis to us.
This project started as, in my opinion, a true mitigation. Prevent from further damage. Let's get the water out, keep it clean, dry, and healthy. Once we got in deeper on that inspection, we realized we need to adapt our protocol and our procedure. It was very clear in a short amount of time that the building was going to be totaled.
James acted as our anchor, which I appreciated a lot, and so he was able to say, like, here's what we really need to do one step at a time and break down that restoration process for us, which allowed us to put a plan together and begin taking those next steps forward.
We were working with multiple adjusters on a project of this scale. We go through a lot of oversight and review. The biggest challenge on this was getting everybody on the same page and communication. The project itself went very smooth, and to get to the finish line, the responsible disposal of this Teflon-coated vinyl was huge. So to be able to repurpose every bit of the material here and never hit a landfill.
So PUP, we're in the business of repurposing, recycling, upcycling material into new products. We've worked with the Hoosier Dome, we've worked with Amtrak to just take something that people see as trash and make it something into a bag collectible. We're very excited to get the bubble. It's a Teflon-coated fiberglass, Teflon-coated vinyl that will just go to a landfill and sit. We're going to work on incorporating it into some of our older products, and then also work with the West Indy Racquet Club to get some new items for their members.
We have members here that have played since the 1970s, and they remember coming out and taking the bubble up and down with the seasons. They used to have like bubble raisings, you know, and they would come and they would all pitch in and raise the bubble up in the fall and then take it down in the spring. And so the history here is pretty rich.
The project, I see it as a feather in the Michaelis cap.